CDL Tanker Endorsement Practice Test. Essential DMV Tanker Questions and Answers. Are you preparing for your CDL Tanker Endorsement exam? In this video, we'll cover 50 of the most important DMV questions and answers you need to pass your tanker endorsement test. Whether you're a first-time test taker or just refreshing your knowledge, you'll get real exam questions and clear answers to help you succeed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more CDL practice tests and trucking tips. Let's get started and help you earn your tanker endorsement with confidence. When your cargo tank has baffles, what handling effect do you expect? A. There will be less side-to-side surge than there is in tanks without baffles. B. There will be less front-to-back surge than there is in tanks without baffles. C. There will be more slow surge than quick surge. Correct answer: there will be less front-to-back surge than there is in tanks without baffles. If you are driving a tanker and need to steer quickly to avoid a hazard, you A. will find that tankers are easier to counter-steer than most vehicles. B. Should not apply the brakes while turning. C. Should wrap your thumb around the steering wheel before starting the steering movement. Correct answer: should not apply the brakes while turning. Which of these is the best way to take a curve? A. Slow to the safe speed before entering, then accelerate slightly through the curve. B. Slow to a safe speed before entering, then coast through the curve. C. Maintain speed until you enter, then brake as you drive through the curve. Correct answer: slow to the safe speed before entering, then accelerate slightly through the curve. Hauling liquids in tankers requires special care for two reasons. One reason is the dash center of gravity. A. Flat. B. Wide. C. High. Correct answer: high. Empty trucks. A. Have better traction when stopping than full ones. B. Require greater stopping distance than full ones. C. Need less space ahead than full ones. Correct answer: require greater stopping distance than full ones. An emergency forces you to stop your tanker quickly or crash. You should A. Use light pressure on the brake pedal. B. Use only the emergency brakes. C. Use controlled or stab braking. Correct answer: use controlled or stab braking. Side-to-side surge can cause A. Uneven tire wear. B. Tire failure. C. Rollover. Correct answer: rollover. You should be extremely cautious when driving smoothbore tanks, especially when you are A. Going up and downhill. B. Starting or stopping. C. Loading and unloading. Correct answer: starting or stopping. You are driving a tanker truck and the front wheels begin to skid. Which of these is most likely to occur? A. You will continue in a straight line and keep moving forward no matter how much you steer. B. Liquid surge will pull the tank from the truck. C. The truck will roll over. Correct answer: you will continue in a straight line and keep moving forward no matter how much you steer. You are driving on a clear night. You must dim your headlights from high to low. You should adjust your speed so that you can stop within A. 100 feet. B. The distance you will travel in the next 15 seconds. C. The distance you can see ahead. Correct answer: the distance you can see ahead. You should know the outage needed for the liquids you carry because A. Some of the heaviest liquids do not have any. B. Tank baffles are not always legal with outage. C. Some liquids expand more than others when they get warm. Correct answer, some liquids expand more than others when they get warm. When should the driver of a tanker that has lost its brakes use a truck escape ramp? A. Only if the tank is empty. B. Always. C. Never. Correct answer, always. If an oncoming vehicle drifts into your lane, you should A. Use no less than one full turn of steering wheel to avoid it. B. Move to your right. C. Try to stop rather than turn. Correct answer, move to your right. Which of these statements about stopping distance and speed is true? A. Total stopping distance is how far you will travel after the brakes are applied at speeds over 30 miles per hour. B. You need about 2 times as much stopping distance at 40 miles per hour as at 20 miles per hour. C. Wet roads can double stopping distance at any speed. Correct answer, wet roads can double stopping distance at any speed. A traffic emergency requires you to escape to the shoulder or roadside. If possible, coast down to dash miles per hour before using your brakes. A. 20. B. 30. C. 40. Correct answer, 20. When you load the small tanks, or a cargo tank equipped with bulkheads, you should check your A. Water content. B. Air-to-fuel ratio. C. Weight distribution. Correct answer, weight distribution. Baffles in liquid cargo tanks do not usually prevent dash surge. A. Side to side. B. Top to bottom. C. Front to back. Correct answer, side to side. What does liquid surge do to the handling of a tanker? A. It lets you turn corners tighter. B. It makes it roll easier. C. It can move the truck in the direction the liquid waves move. Correct answer, it can move the truck in the direction the liquid waves move. The best way to take a curve is to slow to a safe speed before entering the curve, then dash as you go through it. A. Accelerate slightly. B. Brake lightly. C. Downshift. Correct answer, accelerate slightly. You are driving on a clear night, with your low beam lights on. If your headlights let you see about 250 feet ahead of you, you should adjust your speed so that you can stop within about dash feet. A. 100. B. 250. C. 500. Correct answer, 250. Which of these statements about emergency steering is true? A. Quick steering movements should only be done with the wheels locked. B. If an oncoming driver drifts into your lane, a move to your right may be best. C. You can almost always stop more quickly than you can turn. Correct answer, if an oncoming driver drifts into your lane, a move to your right may be best. Hauling liquids in tank vehicles requires special care for 2 reasons. One reason is A. Liquid movement. B. Extreme weight. C. Uneven expansion. Correct answer, liquid movement. How would you expect a truck with a baffled cargo tank to handle on the road? A. The truck will seem more heavy than it really is. B. There will be less front-to-back surge than there is in tanks without baffles. C. The truck will handle the same as a tanker without baffles. Correct answer, there will be less front-to-back surge than there is in tanks without baffles. Except when you're loading or unloading cargo tank, the liquid discharge valve should be always A. Open. B. Closed. C. Unlatched. Correct answer, closed. Which of the statement about tank vehicle is true? A. Fully loaded tank vehicle take longer to stop than empty one. B. You should use only the emergency brakes to stop a tank in order to avoid a crash. C. The posted speed for a curve may be too fast for a tank. Correct answer. The posted speed for a curve may be too fast for a tank. When transporting tanker, you should inspect the cargo within the first dash miles of the trip. A. 50. B. 75. C. 125. Correct answer. 50. Before loading or unloading the tanker, the first thing you should do: A. Properly secure all of the baffles. B. Inspect the vehicle. C. Make sure you have all the necessary plans. Correct answer. Inspect the vehicle. When inspecting the pipes, connections and hoses for leaks, pay special attention to: A. Joints. B. Suspension wear. C. Long sections. Correct answer. Joints. Portable tanks are: A. Bulk containers, which are not permanently attached to the truck. B. Can only be loaded when they are attached to the vehicle. C. Not allowed to carry loads that are more than 1,000 gallons. Correct answer. Bulk containers, which are not permanently attached to the truck. Vehicle skids are often caused by: A. Driving with bold tires. B. Loose materials on a road surface. C. Driving too fast. Correct answer. Driving too fast. If you steer tank vehicle too quickly while braking, you: A. Decrease your safe stopping distance. B. Can reduce the amount of liquid surge. C. Make the vehicle to roll over. Correct answer. Make the vehicle to roll over. Which of the statement about emergency steering and tankers is true? A. A tanker easier to come to steer than most of the vehicles. B. When making quick steering movement, do not apply to the brakes. C. The clutch should be depressed before making a quick steering movement. Correct answer. When making quick steering movement, do not apply to the brakes. Baffled liquid tanks have bulkheads: A. That increase the amount of side-to-side surges. B. That separate the liquids from different areas of the tanks. C. With holes in them that let liquid flow through them. Correct answer. With holes in them that let liquid flow through them. What is the most important item to check for on all tank vehicles? A. Leaks. B. Tire pressure. C. Cleanliness. Correct answer. Leaks. When loading a tanker, what should you do to prevent overfilling? A. Watch the sight glass. B. Rely on automatic shutoff. C. Know the outage required for the liquid. Correct answer. Know the outage required for the liquid. What should you do if you find a leak in a tank vehicle? A. Drive to the nearest repair shop. B. Do not drive the vehicle. C. Patch it yourself. Correct answer. Do not drive the vehicle. What type of cargo is commonly transported in smoothbore, unbaffled tankers? A. Milk or food products. B. Gasoline. C. Construction materials. C. Milk or food products. What is the main danger of a high center of gravity in a tanker? A. Increased stopping distance. B. Increased risk of rollover. C. Increased tire wear. Correct answer. Increased risk of rollover. What should you always do before loading, unloading, or driving a tank vehicle? A. Inspect the vehicle for leaks and defects. B. Notify the shipper. C. Check your phone for updates. Correct answer, inspect the vehicle for leaks and defects. What is the best way to handle a curve in a tank vehicle? A. Brake hard in the curve. B. Slow to a safe speed before entering, then accelerate slightly through the curve. C. Maintain speed throughout. Correct answer, slow to a safe speed before entering, then accelerate slightly through the curve. What is the main reason tank vehicles are more likely to roll over than other vehicles? A. They have a high center of gravity. B. They have more tires. C. They are shorter. Correct answer, they have a high center of gravity. What should you do if you notice a leak in a tank vehicle while driving? A. Keep driving to your destination. B. Stop as soon as safely possible, and do not continue with a leaking tank. C. Call your dispatcher and wait for instructions. Correct answer, stop as soon as safely possible, and do not continue with a leaking tank. When loading a liquid tank, what is the best way to prevent overfilling? A. Rely on the automatic shutoff. B. Watch the sight glass and know the required outage. C. Fill to the top. Correct answer, watch the sight glass and know the required outage. What is the best way to handle a curve in a tank vehicle? A. Brake hard in the curve. B. Slow down before entering and accelerate slightly through the curve. C. Maintain your speed. Correct answer, slow down before entering and accelerate slightly through the curve. Why must you be especially cautious when driving a smoothbore tank? A. They are heavier. B. They do not have baffles, so liquid surge is stronger. C. They are shorter. Correct answer, they do not have baffles, so liquid surge is stronger. What must be checked before loading, unloading, or driving a tank vehicle? A. Tire pressure. B. That the tank is clean and free of leaks or defects. C. The color of the liquid. Correct answer, that the tank is clean and free of leaks or defects. What is the purpose of bulkheads in a tank? A. To prevent side-to-side surge. B. To separate different types of liquids and reduce front-to-back surge. C. To make the tank lighter. Correct answer, to separate different types of liquids and reduce front-to-back surge. When should you use your parking brake on a tank vehicle? A. Only when parked on a hill. B. Whenever you park, load, or unload. C. Only when the tank is empty. Correct answer, whenever you park, load, or unload. What is the most important thing to check for on all tank vehicles? A. Cleanliness. B. Leaks. C. Tire tread. Correct answer, leaks. Why is it dangerous to load a tank vehicle full to the top? A. It reduces fuel efficiency. B. It leaves no room for expansion, risking overflow or rupture. C. It makes the vehicle lighter. Correct answer, it leaves no room for expansion, risking overflow or rupture. Thanks for watching CDL Tanker Endorsement Practice Test. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe for more CDL practice tests and trucking tips. Got questions or need more help? Drop a comment below, we are here to support your CDL journey. Check out our channel for more DMV test prep and CDL endorsement videos. Good luck on your tanker endorsement exam, drive safe and see you in the next video.